Alright, good day folks, everything new in the sun. Well, I just put out a video, actually made that video last night, about the earthquakes increasing in 2018. And here we have, right off the bat, a couple of articles related to things going boom, the earth groaning. Let's have a look at these ones. This one is Routers.com. A powerful magnitude 7 undersea earthquake struck east of New Caledonia's Loyalty Islands in the South Pacific Monday, sending small tsunamis toward New Caledonia, neighboring Vanuatu, where authorities have ordered evacuations. This on top of all the other hurricanes and troubles that have went on. The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center in Hawaii issued tsunami warning from coastlines within 300 kilometers of its epicenter, but later said the danger had largely passed. Monday's quake, initially reported as 7.3, that's a significant earthquake, struck at a shallow depth of 10 kilometers, about 82 kilometers east of New Caledonia. It was the second major tremor in the area in just over 12 hours, and the third in the past month. We are a little bit scared. We have had an earthquake last night, and today it was a big one, said Wyan Rijo, communications manager at Hotel Nengon Village, which is the closest to the landmass to the epicenter. Small tsunamis were detected and waves reached up to 1 meter. So we have magnitude 7 earthquakes, which is pretty much the norm now, it seems. Going on to some mystery booms. Is this similar stuff? This is from WorldNet Daily. Boom, mystery blasts rattling the globe. Is the earth groaning? Is the earth falling into chaos? Are spiritual and demonic forces acting out here? What was it? A supersonic aircraft from Alabama to Idaho to Michigan to Russia to Denmark? There's something rattling the earth. A meteor, a ground explosion, or the end of the world as we know it? Those are the questions experts and non-experts around the world are asking themselves in recent weeks, as curiously loud booms have not only been heard around the world but felt, shaking buildings and rattling nerves from those locations I said. The U.S., Russia, Denmark. The Alabama boom last Tuesday at 1:39 CST was heard and felt through 11 counties, but an earthquake event had been ruled out. So what is happening? Could this be due to the drilling that they're doing, the fracking? A sound graph from the U.S. Geological Survey's Lakeview Retreat near Centerville, Alabama, shows a loud boom heard over Alabama. The day after Alabamans were shaken by the incident, something similar occurred in Idaho. No explanation has been forthcoming from law enforcement officials. They either have no idea or they know exactly what it is and they're just not saying. I would tend to believe that they really don't know, but it's probably coming from fracking, these sorts of things. But we know mysterious things are going to happen in the end days, and men's hearts will fail them for fear of the things that are coming upon them. And part of that fear is put in them from these things that is occurring with these loud booms and these massive earthquakes that are happening. And then the warning from scientists, from mainstream scientists, secular scientists, saying that 2018 is pretty much going to be the year of massive earthquakes. Significant stuff happening in the earthquake realm as we look towards what is the return of the Lord, and we are going to see increased birth pains. This is exactly what we've seen. We've been saying this for weeks, months, years. Birth pains are going to increase. Earthquakes are going to increase. Trouble around the world is going to increase. Violence is going to increase. Trouble, generally, economic woes, etc. These are all going to increase in frequency and intensity, just as the Bible spoke of related to birth pains. Almost in a way, it would be great if it just came on us like smack, full power, because maybe that would wake some people up to the fact that Jesus is coming back. This is what if I were God, it's good I'm not God because I would do some crazy stuff. This is God's gentle warning, saying, hey, with each little shake, and each little shake gets bigger and bigger, maybe people will open their eyes and realize that things aren't as they seem, and maybe the Bible did speak about these things. Maybe there is something to this biblical end time prophecy, and you do got to weed out your the end time prophecy guys who just use shock and awe and are saying the world's falling today. And when it doesn't, you got to be honest about it, and that's why I don't do a lot of conspiratorial things. The Antarctic conspiracy, and I don't really use a lot of what's the word? Just melodramatic, just sensational headlines. I don't do a lot of that, and it's because I want you to be honest. I want you to look at the news and say, how does this line up with Bible prophecy? And I'm not saying God's coming back tomorrow. What I'm suggesting is he's coming back in a few years, and we can see this building up. We can see all these world events coming together. And so I don't use a lot of sensational stuff, although sensational stuff gets a lot more views than I generally get on my videos. And I don't really use clickbait and all these other things that maybe some of the other people do. Regardless, it doesn't matter how you come to know about Jesus Christ, how you are come to be warned about the future of the earth and the realization that the Bible is accurate and the Lord's coming back. It doesn't matter how you learn about that, as long as you find Jesus. That's ultimately the goal. So as long as you find Jesus, it doesn't really matter how you get there, because as long as your eternity is taken care of, everything will come out in the wash. So I will leave it there, guys. A couple of articles. Mystery booms, earthquakes happening, in addition to 2018 being the biggest earthquake year likely that we've ever seen, as the scientists are warning. We will see shortly how that turns out.